Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld. Being today just halfway up the mountain just now, not halfway up, but a bit the way up the mountain just now. Going away for a little wander, but I'm not going to go that far. One, because I can't, I'll explain why in a minute, and two, because what I'm going looking for, it's a curiosity thing. It's not that far away, so I'll just explain as I go what's going on here. So, little wander up the mountain again. Come and look at this. Peace and quiet in the forest. All I can hear is the river beyond and the birds. Now, in the distance through the trees here, normally this is kind of where our weather comes from. And it seems quite bright over there. I've been looking at various forecasts and things. It's just after 7 in the morning just now. It has snowed last night, but upwards of about 2,200 metres. So I don't think I'll be going that high today. But another sign that things could be okay for the next little while. You can see the blue streaks above Lopion there. And so obviously this cloud above us here is only sort of above us. So it should clear a bit. It is forecast to start getting wet again this afternoon, which is why I've left so early. Below us here is Les-Orres 1800, and I'm going to show you some stuff I've just been working out on my computer. Now, just stopping in here, up there is the new restaurant Pic Vert. Now it's right next to, just behind the tree there is the main lift up there, the Pic Vert lift. And I'm trying to find out this Tyrolean, this zip wire thing. Now it's supposed to be 1.8 kilometres long, and I kind of looked up on Google Earth and I did a circle 1.8 kilometres, and this is also going to drop 2240, I think is the meterage above sea level of that restaurant, and it comes right across. It must come, that circle was right up here. Now when I drew the line and looked and just followed the circle down, it came down over here until I was at an altitude about just over 300 metres lower, and what I ended up here was this, which is a huge rock behind Les-Orres 1800, known locally as La Roche. Now that means the rock obviously, and I thought I'd just take a little wander, see how far up I can go, because it is still kind of snowy up there, especially crossing over piste and stuff. But without getting too intrusive with anything that's going on, I suspect, and I'm pretty sure that with my measurements on Google Earth, that's where this thing's going to arrive. In other words, it's going to come right the way across from the far side of the resort, behind those trees, as I mentioned, where the restaurant is. Oh, find it, yeah. From up there, right across, and over to here. Wow. So let's go and see if I can find out more. That's the only solution, mathematically, geometrically, that I can work out. Clouds are beginning to scatter a bit, so I feel I really must do a 360 view check here. Just above Les-Orres 1800, a little cloudiness there, and then across in the distance there, looking over towards Devilwy. And what a beautiful morning over there. Just going round, see how steady I can keep this. And up on the Parc des Écrins, just beautiful, sunny-ish. Over in the distance behind Puy Saint-Vincent, see where it's been snowing last night. Same behind Crévaux, over to the right there, you can see the remnants of last night's snow and rain below. And still a bit cloudy up the top here, but that's just the remnants of what I saw a little while back when I started this video. I was heading around the top there, and you can see on the trees are white, they've been snowed on, but only so far, 2,200 metres-ish, the snow line. The freeze line would be a little bit higher. Now, just looking round, and this next bit is just astonishing. Wow! I love this time of day. Whoosh. Let's have a closer look. Wow. Still a few slight sort of like misty remnants at the top of that, but it's just going away now. Wow. Okay, so I'm still watching the weather. That was just about 3 minutes, I think, of sped up, obviously. But the cloud's been kind of following me up the mountain here. And I thought, oh no, I hope I'm not going to get kind of fogged in or anything like that. But as you can see, it's actually come here, it's come past me just as I left the camera sitting on that one. And just looking ahead, this is just behind me. I couldn't see down the mountain before. But that's cleared. I think I can bring it in a little bit there. But yes, so that was all fogged up. And looking round here, that still is a bit, but it's kind of come up past me and then dissipated. I'll let you decide looking at it what's what. It's a bit of a magical wonder world up here. About 1,900 metres altitude. So it's kind of mix of hard old mouldy snow and very soft green grass, complete with cow pats and all sorts. So yeah, anyway, onward. So that's another little sped up view of the opposite direction from that, and just catching on to the sunrise happening behind the clouds, behind the mountain there. But if I come round, you can see just in the few minutes it took to do that, how much it's cleared behind me. So yeah, just wow, I've not moved here. I've been here about 10 minutes. It's just blowing my mind. It's beautiful. So anyway, let's go on. The trouble is here as well is that where I'm heading for is up there, and or yeah, it'll be up there. I'll point it on the edit. And that's kind of, the clouds kind of come past me at my level. It's in the midst of going past there, so hopefully by the time I get up there it'll clear. It kind of looks a little bit smaller than it actually is on camera. Looks like I could maybe wander up there in 2-3 minutes, but in reality that's it, maybe up to an hour just to get anywhere near it. So I'll go on, see what happens, record anything that goes on and anything that I find. But yeah, I've got a bit of a sunrise going on behind here as well, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. And wow, yeah, getting a bad reflection off of that. But yeah, let's go and see this. It's just kind of weird, this cloud following me up the mountain. So looking back over towards Devil Way, and what I've just experienced there is that, you ever see that in the mountains? And I've just experienced that inside there. And it's clear village level and just above. We've got blue sky, but I'm keeping an eye on it. This is what's been passing. So that's going to clear as the sun comes up. Yeah, another sped up one there. Let's just, as the sun has now come up on the peaks facing on the Parc des Écrins, I'm just going to do a shot panning round over that. I think the camera's compensating there, so I'll start again. Zoomed in a bit further to catch the light. Show you what you've just seen. So far it looks like there's no bad weather coming in quite yet. Couldn't resist it. It's about 2 foot cubed. Yeah, well, 2 foot each side sort of thing. And I got company. Hope I've not been too naughty there. As a small diversification, some of you might wonder why people go walking with sticks. 4 reasons immediately I can think of. First 2 are obvious, the second 2 aren't. The first one is it gives a little bit extra power, even if it's 2, 3, 4, 5%, helps your legs, and it gives a bit of fitness to your arms as well if you keep changing from left to right and stuff. Second one is that when you're out walking, you can actually probe what you're about to walk on if you're not sure. Those are the obvious ones. The not so obvious would be it's a third point of balance if you're crossing a small river or stream or a melt outflow or something. And that makes a huge difference. You don't get your feet wet. And the other one is, it's a third point of balance downhill from you if you have to cross something that's at quite a steep angle. Now I'm about to go over a piste here. I've no choice. It's quite an angle. I don't think the camera will pick up just how much. But I keep that at the bottom of me. And one, I can feel what I'm about to walk on snow-wise, because believe me, it's varying. And it's also an extra point of balance to stop me sliding. So I'll stop there. Yeah, so onward with the mission. Just an interruption. Just up behind there is the rock, and here's a bit of a giveaway. The lads have arrived up there, and there's a few tracks and stuff on the snow, so there's something across the right there. Very curious. Don't know if I'm supposed to be there. Someone might tick me off, but I'm being safe about it. I'm going to leave this for a little bit, just before I do. Bit of cloud forming up on there now. Across the left, much the same. The cloud in the valley coming up. But above, beautiful clear. Should be good for the next few hours anyway. So, footprints, footprints, more footprints, and the easiest route, masses of footprints. So, gonna head up there, see what's up there. Okay, so I'm over there now, and in the 5 minutes it's taken me to not go the first idea and come here, this is what's happening. It's moved in. And unfortunately the rock is behind there. Now I saw this coming, and one reason I didn't go in the forest is it's the last place you want to be if the fog comes in. Apart from that, the rest of the mountain's clear. Just a little bit above where the sun's rising, and some blue sky. I'm going to see this stuff moving in. So time to go. So a little bit out of puff that last bit, But what I'll do is in the rollout, I'm going to stop videoing now. This is ridiculous. So often I go out to make videos or make videos as I go out, whatever, and other stuff happens and usually I have to ignore it. I can't ignore that, it took over. So what more can I say? You can see behind me what's happened. It's just out of sight now, so that's something for some other time now. Anyway, I'm going to head back down, and that's the problem. It's easier to go up than it is to go down. So that's one reason now I don't want to go up there when I was starting to have a bit of difficulty with grip and stability and stuff. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. And thanks for your participation, your support, everything like that. Remember, subscribe down there, and what more can I say? Thanks again for watching. Ciao. Remember, think safe, be safe. So looking at Google Earth, here we have Les-Orres main station, here we have Les-Orres 1800, and up here where the hand is, I'm going to zoom in on that because that's where the new chairlift comes up, and Google Earth obviously is a bit out of date because they've only still got this as a building site. And it's fully operational. Now, round about here is where this new restaurant is, the big wooden job. And if I take that as a point, I'll come back to that, I'll do the ruler thing. Now, if I take that as the departure point, right there, click it, and down here we're counting up the distance, so 1.8-ish is over here. Now, not too sure if that's visible just now. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what we've got, because on the right here, just below the box, it's 1944 meters, and that's there, so that's 1.8 kilometers to there. That's the correct altitude for a 300-ish meter drop from here to here. That's the only place it can go. Anywhere down here will be too low, anywhere down here will be too high, plus there's a couple of ridges that it's going to hit in the way. So I reckon, through my calculations and through the information, the limited information I have found, that this is actually going to cross, this is the far end of the skiing domain, this is going to cross virtually the whole skiing domain and land up just above us here. And down here, where I am, as I say, that's at 1.8-ish, that little white dot, I don't know if you can see that, that is the rock. So it must be landing a little sort of woodless part just next to it or behind it or something.